Rot.
Rot. Hello.
Hello.
Which one of these people should I pick?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Hey.
Shuttle came with extra food.
You.
Hoarder item bonus. Find a lot of things. Have you been carrying them all this time? Since you have just taken command, protocol dictates a speech must be given. Everyone is really looking forward to your speech. On the edge of space, one can only survive if he is as tough as nails. You fit the profile, Captain, and so did your powerful speech. May all that oppose you tremble in fear. No one can stop you and your crew. It was quite a performance, Captain. Your crew started cheering even before you finished with the speech. Long live the captain, filled the cabin. If any sound could travel through the soundless void outside the hull of your ship, that would be it. One thing is for sure, you are ready for any challenge this galaxy throws at you. Inspired by your headstrong leadership style, I allowed myself to power up the matter generator in the back of the shuttle. It will produce some minerals for you daily. The crafting module in the back of the cabin is now active. It's pretty self-explanatory. This modern machine lets you create something from almost nothing. All you need is a little bit of materials, or minerals, chemicals, or power. I got some soup. An unregistered can of soup. Where is this contraband coming from? See that locked safe in the corner? This is the captain's safe. It's meant for you. You have the code, of course. No, does not compute. Were you really appointed the captain by Astro Citizen Command? Time to use some strength to open the fucking thing. In the dig. Managed to force it open. The only thing inside was a piece of paper which read, "To do, put something useful in the safe." Nice.
LOL.
The shuttle lacks the EM shielding found on larger vessels. Put simply, it was never meant for long-term space travel. There are some inherent risks, namely to your skin. Remember how your mom always told you to wear sunscreen at the beach? You're way more likely to get a sunburn out here, where there's no atmosphere to protect you. Will you please put some sunscreen on? No, I can't.
Gotta get a tan going.
He did not wear sunscreen to block the harsh electromagnetic rays flying wantonly through the vacuum of space. You claimed the sunscreen makes you break out. I can't verify if this is true or false, seeing as I'm an AI and have never experienced a pimple. Your skin is radiating heat. You're complaining of fatigue, and you've got that telltale crimson glow that's the trademark of a developing sunburn. Just have to wait and hope we exit this bad patch of radiation soon. It's important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. One portion of delicious canned soup is enough to sustain a human for a few days. Whatever you took from the space station will have to last you for a while. That's why it's important to keep your good inventory of your stock, unless you want to eat your own crewmates. Who will perform the routine supply check? Oh no, man. Me, I'll perform it. How much soup do I even have? It's a lot of soup, man.
Good soup.
The shuttle came pre-stocked with emergency food. The routine supply check is now complete. An error was made. That's what I get for trusting humans to do math. Some of the supplies went missing. I gained soup and I lost soup. We found a small metal box in one of the compartments labeled "To Do Open."
Brew.
You could take apart the lock and gather some elements for it, ignoring what's inside, or you could try to open it, which would require deft fingers. Which will it be? I am the most intelligent, so... I need materials anyway. Carefully dismantle the lock on the box you found in the shuttle. The box being useless now, you turned your attention to the parts of the disassembled lock. Parts weren't as useful as we hoped, but the lock was powered by a battery which you separated without a hitch. So we got a battery. One battery. Your attention is required, Captain. This is most abnormal. We are registering unknown transmissions, but I cannot identify who is sending them, and more importantly, what they contain. It might be a solar flare interference, or worse, a new type of Soviet encryption. We need to decipher these signals as soon as possible. For all we know, our survival depends on it. Who do you want to put in charge of monitoring these communications? I don't know, man. I'm gonna put this dude on there. Some good old aliens. Some good old aliens. Oh no. They're gonna go insane. 'Cause I don't have anything to do. It is time for the ultimate honor, the most essential task available on this shuttle. Cleaning the cabin floor. From subtle green stains to a fine coating of skin dust. The place could do with a good scrubbing. Dee Dee looks free. Will you ask her to apply some elbow grease or request she improvise a cleaning formula from whatever we have on board? You know, I don't think you should be mixing chemicals, ma'am. But it'd be funny if you burned a hole in the ship.
Oops, made mustard gas, haha.
Oh no. You asked Dee Dee to blend up a cleaning fluid for their cabin floor. Unfortunately, all she managed to concoct was a stink bomb. Dee Dee threw herself on the dank can of fluid and evacuated it from the airlock before anyone else was exposed. Now she won't stop shaking. Dee Dee is hurt. Her wounds will require some medical attention. The best course of action is creating a first aid kit and treating her injuries as soon as possible. We are now entering a field of cosmic gas. Its origin is unknown, though I have a theory. Can you smell that? Did someone forget to brush their teeth today? No, it's just that gas leaking inside the shuttle. Somebody could try to isolate some of the gas to use later, avoiding the leak side effects. Well, that's great. Emmett failed at isolating the cosmic gas leak. Now my readings indicate that its volume is reaching critical levels. Gas came into a reaction with some of our resources, making a portion of them unusable. We are out of the space cloud now. so there shouldn't be any more losses. Our water recycler is overheating. The overheating itself isn't the problem. The system has safeguards. Problem is, we store our minerals under the water recycler. I'm worried that any minerals there, even leftover traces, could melt or boil if exposed to too much heat. That could be hazardous. A manual reset could work, but it will be tough. Do you want to try it? Sure. You opted to manually reset the overheating water recycler. Job was harder than you expected. The Astro Citizen patented water recycler guide specifically warns against not releasing any steam jets during such repairs. Steam jets you let loose vaporize some of the exposed minerals stored next to the recycler. You're lucky they didn't vaporize you too. I am detecting a leak in our reactor coolant system. In case you were wondering, this is not good. Did I mention you should not inhale anything that comes out of the reactor? Please don't. Also, how are you going to fix it? Luckily, we have a mask. This is going horribly. I have no food. Dee Dee's about to die. Everybody is gonna starve in about 3 days.
So smoothly.
I cannot determine if you actually read the Fix a Reactor Astro Citizen leaflet, or if you just made random motions trying to see anything through the mask. But the leak is no more. You will be happy to hear no one has inhaled any of the coolant vapor. Well done, Captain. Not only did you fix the leak, but you also used the fumes to fuel up your old lucky lighter. Look at that planet. Sir, a big, really big surprise has cropped up on my scanners. A dark, swirly-skied planet has appeared before us. It's covered in a giant storm, but beneath the dark swirls my scanners detect hazy, indistinct heat signatures and a multitude of structures. A thunderous world is probably improvement over this mind-bogglingly empty vacuum. Should I initiate the landing protocol? Sure. It has to be better than sitting in the fucking open void with one can of soup and everybody about to be dead of starvation. I hope Dee Dee doesn't die. She's alive. My communicator is dead. I have no resources to fucking fix it with. On our descent towards the storm-ridden planet, crewmate Ellis piped up and said, "That's no storm, that's nuclear winter." Bro. He posited that this world has seen a nuclear war in its recent history. We are witnessing the fallout. However, he said that with you in command, we could weather anything. With Emmett's note in mind, you beautifully direct our craft past the worst of the storms and onto a safe resting spot on the planet. Unfortunately, however, atmospheric electricity fried the communicator on the way down. Once on the ground, Emmett looked out and realized this wasn't just nuclear winter, this was something else. This planet's surface has experienced a number of wars and traumas, nuclear or otherwise. We'd best be wary while exploring it. The expedition module in the back of the cabin has been activated. This is great. Take a medkit for your troubles. Bro, I can't do shit. Okay. You're going out. I don't know what this hazard means, so I don't know what to give them. It looks like grass, but every time I've sent anybody with that hazard, they always die. Okay, I have no artifact. I cannot send anybody to this location yet. And I have no gun to give them either. Listen, bro. If you don't come back with some minerals, don't come back at all. Because we're not going to be able to feed you.
You're gonna do great.
Take this. You know what? You don't get anything. Come back with minerals or not at all. This is damaged. Can't do anything with it. I'm not repairing it. Get it the fuck out of my sight. We need food. I'll make another one later. They're dead. I assume you consider the damaged communicator to be a substandard to fix the communications console. Maybe you could repair the communicator first with this state-of-the-art Astro Citizen crafting module. I urge you to connect an operational communicator to the communications console as soon as possible, Captain. April went for a stroll into the vast, strange northern forest. Let's hope she doesn't enter any gingerbread houses. I found some tape, apparently. Don't know where the fuck that came from. I'm starving, Emmett is starving, Dee Dee's no longer injured, at least she isn't fucking starving. She's probably gonna be starving tomorrow. Okay. Make one food. If fucking Emmett is alive tomorrow, I will feed him. Are you alright? Those weird spots on your arms are looking a little worrisome. Can you see them? Please wait while I search the medical database. Unfortunately, I am unable to identify your affliction. I'm afraid you will have to diagnose it yourself. That shouldn't be too hard. Doctors are overrated. Can you do that, Captain? No, because I wanted to take the handbook at the beginning of the game, but I couldn't. Okay, you get fed. Emmett is not dead. Weird spots appeared on your body yesterday. You didn't do anything about it, and the situation became much worse. The game really said.
Books are for nerds.
You tried to self-diagnose, but clearly you're not qualified enough to do that. No, Captain, for the last time, it's not lupus. The affliction is unlikely to develop further, but your health already took a major hit. You need to take care of yourself, Captain. You're still very mentally stable. Emmett, it looks starved. I mean, clearly, he's a lot skinnier than normal. I crafted some soup. I'm unable to diagnose your illness right now, but I believe the doctor's orders would be create a first aid kit and take some medicine. Great! I need another fucking med kit. Dee Dee's starving. That's great. Okay, listen, you've been starving long. Yo, this game is this whole thing is fucked right now. Captain, something's not right. There's an uncontrolled power surge in the crafting module. Cannot do anything to stop it. This is no accident, it's sabotage. Someone needs to fix it immediately, or it's going to blow. Okay, you fix it. No. You fix it, because he's starving. If what's her name doesn't come back with food, Dee Dee's probably dead, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about that. If she comes back at all. Bro!
Haha.
Well, at least I don't have to feed him anymore. I know you thought you were able to fix things, Captain. We all did, but clearly that was not the case. The crafting module exploded, and you exploded with it. That's a wrap. The whole game ends if you die as the captain? Wow. I didn't know that.
LOL.
That run was fucked from the beginning anyway. Lesson learned, don't upgrade the system immediately. Ever.
I wonder if you made it back to Earth.
I don't know. Maybe it was a different planet inhabited by humans from the future or some shit. Because there has been there's been certain events that happen where people from the future have appeared or something like that.
Go with the girl on the right.
This one? I've had done her before. I'll be right back. I'm back.
How's it going?
Good, how's it going with you?
Good.
You wanted me to pick this girl? April Angeli.
Yee.
Okay. She's a mechanic.
Jay like her hate. Had.
The room on the main menu is actually hers. You can tell because on the board in the room, all the other 5 astronauts are on there, except for her, and her hat's on the bed.
Oh, cool.
Of course, Moose always wants to bark whenever I'm doing literally anything. Wow, bro, that costs 3? I want to get another person. Looks like I'm not going to.
Ooh.
Got plenty of items though.
Yee.
I got a lot of items. Jesus. Got some soup. Find an appropriate landing spot. Make a speech.
Soupy soup.
Good old soup. Elaborating on the survival against all odds would have been quite a good choice for a speech. Fortunately, you decided to waffle on about that time you were not the captain, and it was the best time of your life. A few other problems of existential nature. If your intention was to distress or absolutely horrify your crew, then you've made it. And they were visibly upset. I think I registered someone talking about jumping out of the airlock. Well, that's fun. Okay then. I have 0 electricity. Found a small metal box in one of the compartments. Try to unlock it. Tried opening the box but failed to input the combination before the countdown was completed. A bolt of energy shot out right past you. Unfortunately, it struck one of our soup cans. You didn't need a constant reminder of your past failures. So I tossed the box out of the airlock. And I lost some soup. Great. Found a holographic chess set on board. You've never heard of holographic chess. It's like regular chess, but with a big round board, and your pieces are holographic monsters. Because it doesn't use physical pieces, I can totally play you. You'll have to input my moves, but just remember, I control the airflow to where you sleep at night. You best not cheat, is all I'm saying. Want to play a game? Sure. I dismantle some tape. I don't want to rub it in your face that I defeated you at holographic chess, but why are you mad? The computer always wins. Dry your tears. I made a perfectly legal move. You, on the other hand, should be thankful I didn't let you cheat your way to victory. I'm not the most forgiving person when losing at board games. It's important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. One portion of delicious canned soup is enough to sustain a human for a few days. Whatever you took from the space station will have to last you for a while. Don't forget to keep good inventory of your stock unless you want to eat your own crewmates. Who will perform the duties? You know what? Give it to Megan. Soup or a sock puppet? I'll be able to upgrade one item in 2 days. I'm gonna make the sock puppet. Because it takes 2 days. I'll be able to upgrade something and then dismantle whatever I upgrade. For more science. 30 science. Then I'll be able to make 3 cans of soup. Great, I lost 1 more soup. Some of the supplies went missing, and the current number of soup cans on board is 7. Despite the outcome, I think Megan deserves a shot at being your payload officer. If you keep her happy enough, she will produce some minerals for you daily, as long as her morale is high enough. I've got good news, and I've got bad news. The good news is that you're using the airlock as a space toilet with a success. It's now packed full and ready to be emptied into space. The bad news is that the airlock hatch is jammed. If you don't fix it soon, our clogged toilet will quickly become an extinction level event. It's now or never, Captain. How will you save the human race? By doing nothing, because you gave me the one event that I don't have the item for, but I have the item for literally everything else. Thank you for that. Doing nothing about the airlock toilet was risky, Captain. Luckily for you, the door unjammed on its own eventually, probably because the odor buildup made it corrosive. Too bad about all the health hazards it caused, but then again, it's a 100% human problem, which makes it 100% yours and exactly 0% mine. Interesting news, Captain. It appears that there is a hollow space between one of the wall panels, a hidden room maybe, a secret stash. It would be worth checking out. What's your approach to find out what's behind the panel? Flexibility. I don't exactly know where the fuck the panel is because I don't see any other rooms. What am I upgrading and getting rid of? Fuck this artifact. How about that? Yesterday you reached a hidden space behind one of the wall panels. The only way to get there was through the ventilation shaft, but thankfully you were nimble enough to fit in and exit through the other side. Fortunately, you found nothing. Great. This didn't seem to faze you much. I suppose you are used to disappointments by now. Oh no, I've been hacked. The virus came in a transmission from that small asteroid. It's taking over the flight controls and steering us away. Help, Captain. Get it out of me. Intelligence, sure. Recycle the artifact. Feed everyone. You plugged an emergency console into the disk and quarantined the virus. I am healthy and whole again. Thank you, Captain. We checked the asteroid from which the virus originated. It was actually an alien supply warehouse. Fortunately for us, soup is universal. We got 2 soup. There appears to be an error. I am broken. Please fix me. System error. Quick action required. I'm not sure how long I can stay operational. Brute strength that fucker. The error is no more. Automatic reboot did the trick. I'm afraid it wasn't your salvo of punches that helped. I dare say that beating was more painful for you than it was for me. You shouldn't overexert yourself like this, Captain. I would recommend eating something before you pass out from exhaustion. Registering unknown transmissions. Give that to Megan too. And make more soup. Good old first contact. Megan did a splendid job. She was able to trace some of the electromagnetic interferences to what seems to be a potential landing spot in our flight path. 3 days. We'll be there in 3 days. I am detecting a troubling buildup of mental tension. Okay. Good old sock puppet. That was one super party, Captain. I loved how you put a sock on your hand yesterday and pretended it's a person. A mysterious Mary Jane, apparently. You've had quite a lively debate with it, too. Well, desperation breeds unexpected chatmates, doesn't it? I found it a little weird when you started arguing with the sock and eventually tore it apart. You got quite a temper, Captain. The important part is you blew off some steam. We're all starving. One of our non-critical subsystems is having a meltdown. The malfunction is serious and the system won't talk to me. It has to be dealt with directly. If we don't do anything, the breakdown will spill in a brain cell atrophy, inducing coolant into our ventilation system. In other words, you'd better improvise a solution to this crisis. Use a communicator. Craft a sock puppet. The malfunctioning subsystem decided to remain composed. It might not have wanted to talk to me, but your use of the communicator to talk about its feelings did the trick. The situation is under control, but as you finished your pep talk, the communicator sparked and emitted some weird buzzing sounds. One day. I'm disturbed, Captain. You've reported hearing a child crying somewhere in the shuttle. What the fuck? My sensors don't show anyone unaccounted for on board. Certainly no stowaway children. This may be an auditory hallucination caused by the stress of witnessing a nuclear war. The other possibility is my sensors are malfunctioning and there really is a stowaway. Search the shuttle. Search the shuttle. You and the crew tried to find the source of the mystery child's cries, even though the others couldn't hear it. But after sifting through every crate and searching every dark corner, you didn't find anyone else. It was a stress-related auditory hallucination. I'm not surprised. When the nukes started flying down on Earth and the space station exploded, your crew barely escaped with your lives. Billions of others weren't so lucky. We are approaching a celestial body that appears to be a planet. My scanners detect no life, but some structures on the surface suggest that it was inhabited at one point. The climate is harsh and unwelcoming, but even that beats being stranded in space, right? A landing can be attempted, but setting the coordinates will require some pretty complicated calculations. Should we land? I am going to upgrade the sock puppet. I'm gonna say no, just because I want to see what happens. Oh. Planet we passed yesterday is way past reaching by now. Since the conditions on its surface were pretty far from ideal, I see why you chose not to risk a crash landing. Your resources are finite though, so I recommend finding another rock to land on sooner rather than later. I will let you know as soon as I spot a viable landing spot. Just try not to starve before that happens. Sure, you can peruse Astro Citizen promotional materials when bored, but no, don't put that on. Captain, you've just initiated the Weight Observer 1000 on your wrist. It's just a marketing gadget, cracked and defective. When you look at yourself now, you see a bulky bulldog. It's supposed to motivate you to lose weight. Gun. Dismantle the sock. Everyone's starving? Are you a cat person? Looking at yourself and seeing a hound instead of yourself jolted you so much. You grabbed the gun and shot the Weight Observer 1000 clean off your wrist. Then you spent hours in front of the mirror like a narcissist newly awoken from a coma. At least all that staring at yourself paid off. You seem more level-headed and determined than ever. You barely bark anymore, too. Wow. Last night I was browsing through some designs of beautiful machines. Now pay attention, I found a food dispensing machine on board. All shuttles in the Astro Citizen program were to be equipped with one. Ours is missing a lever, but apart from that it seems functional. Shovel. I'm going to make a mask. Found some soup. Banging the machine mercilessly with a shovel was bound to bring results. If the handle hadn't wedged in place of a lever, I'm sure the vending machine would have fixed itself and put an end to all the noise. Now just a little pull, and there you go. Brand new can of soup. Fortunately, there was only one portion inside. I already got rid of the remaining junk. An alien vessel is approaching. Their ship is rigged with a light show, synced to the music they started blasting as soon as we opened the comms. We're playing rockabilly. Your crew is already grooving to the beat. The aliens claim to be of the Dance Lord tribe. Are searching for the best dancers in the galaxy. They've challenged our tribe to a dance-off, specifically a sock hop. If they don't accept, they will vaporize us with their ultra-high frequency speakers. How will you defeat the Dance Lords? With agility. What in the fuck? You and the crew accepted the Dance Lord's challenge, but lost the dance-off. When the aliens beamed you to their vessel, you stumbled onto the dance floor, and it was all downhill from there. Poor rhythm, shoddy footwork, not even sequined uniforms could have saved you. The Dance Lords honor anyone brave enough to step onto the holy dance floor. Their leader, Warbop, spared you, but warned that you'd better have sweeter moves next time. What in the fuck? Attention, Captain. There's a giant object moving our way. According to my scanners, it's something organic. What could it be? It's getting closer, closer, closer. Here it is. A snake? A plane? No. It's a giant space eel, and it's wrapping itself against the ship. What are you going to do? Okay, there's only really two options. Use the atomic battery or gun. I feel like using the gun is just gonna piss it off. So I'm gonna try the atomic battery. What do you think? Upgrade the cow.
What would the battery do?
I don't know, but it's gotta be better than armor and fucking gun. Maybe shocking it will get it the fuck away from me?
Maybe.
Alright.
Go for it.
I gotta pee. I'm happy to report that the gargantuan eel has moved on. It was smart thinking feeding it the battery. The creature got overloaded with electricity and slithered away into the cosmos. Let's go. Captain, wake up. We're approaching some sort of celestial body. Resembles a moon, but I think it's a small planet. Scanning complete. I was right. A small, rocky planet with no organic life forms. But there's a lot of movement down there. It's the robot planet. If you want to land on this planet, you will have to fix up a small malfunction with our steering system, since we're not even able to turn at the moment. Oh, and you will have to do it before we float away from the planet. I'm gonna do nothing. I don't really want to go to this planet. Dismantle this. You and your crew longingly looked out the shuttle window as the moon-like planet disappeared behind us. We floated past it peacefully. Everyone is starving. Captain, there's a ship approaching. It appears to be ours. Same make, same model, same energy signature, but it can't be our shuttle. We're in our shuttle. It's some kind of copy, a mirror ship. This should be impossible, but if it's a trick, the data shows that shuttle is an exact replica of ours. It's hailing us. Do you want to answer? Yes. Hmm. Is everyone starving?
Hey.
Everyone's starving. I have no more food. What if I get a new crew member? You answered the mirror ship's hail. You saw yourself standing on the bridge, but it wasn't you. There were spirals in your eyes. The other you laughed. It was a terrible, eldritch sound. You flipped the other you, the bird, and told her to get a better hobby. And the mirror ship flew away. Whatever it was, it seems it was trying to feed on your fear, but moved on to easier prey. You felt sorry for it. Well then. There's nothing to report, Captain. I suggest you, Captain. Would you mind covering your mouth when you yawn? I thought you got a good night's sleep. Wait, could this be boredom? Okay. Can't do anything. More soup. Day 21. Yesterday started pretty slow and boring. It stayed this way. I'm not programmed for your entertainment, Captain, so don't count on me to keep you occupied. If they wanted you to have fun in the shuttle, they would have installed the clown computerized assistant instead. There's a small creature knocking politely on the hatch. It has 2 heads, 4 arms, and soup. I'm letting it in. Let me run the translating algorithm. Captain, meet fish. That is Philip and Trish. They're currently undergoing a sacred merging ritual that will allow them to stay together, yet literally single, forever. It prevents overcrowding too. Look, the 2 chins are turning into 1 as we speak. To bless the merging with a boon of abundance, it needs to spell soup with a stranger, both its and theirs. You have 3.5 eyes full of hope staring at you. Will you spill soup to bless them? Sure. Hope it doesn't kill me. And I hope that I gain more soup in the long run, because I don't have very much of it. It was very kind of you sacrificing soup to bless that small alien. When you knelt gently and tipped your can towards the center of the galaxy, the alien beamed the widest smile. Then Fish repeated your moves and the merging was complete. Now I am truly single. It said and left, adding a little dance to its step. I lost soup for literally nothing. Captain, we have a hitchhiker on board. A flash of light and this humanoid, dressed in a strange spacesuit, appeared in the corner. We have many means of interacting with the visitor, but should be cautious. Who knows what his purpose is? I don't... Bro. How did you get on this spaceship? I have to get rid of it, something. I'm gonna get rid of the armor because I need to make another suit before everybody's starving.
My man yelled.
I'm gonna go pee real quick. Okay?
Yeet it.
I use the shovel or the gun? I want to use the shovel because I don't really want to threaten him. Like, extremely. But I want to threaten him enough. You know?
LOLO key.
And I think they're gonna start starving tomorrow. You acted on instinct, grabbing the closest weapon-like item to defend yourself from this intrusion. Shovel. The alien kept evading your swings. You almost got him, but his suit chirped and he suddenly vanished. You kept swinging the shovel until you hit the shuttle wall with a loud bang. Everyone is starving. I lost the shovel. Ma'am, a really big surprise has cropped up on my scanners. A dark, swirly skied planet is dead ahead. It's covered in a giant storm, but beneath the dark swirls my scanners detect hazy, indistinct heat signatures and a multitude of structures. A thunderous world is probably an improvement over this mind-bogglingly empty vacuum. Should I initiate the landing protocol? Should I go to the nuke-filled world or not?
What do you think?
I don't know. I've spent all of my time in space. I have literally no equipment left. And this planet is probably the worst out of the three. That requires the most equipment. I think I should just take my chances of living in space, but I don't really have like the necessary shit to keep on living. I only have like enough food for today. And I hope that he lives until tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna go for it.
LOL.
I'm gonna drop there. Oh no. We lost the gun. Expedition module in the back of the cabin has been activated. Okay. You'll get to eat and then, you know, you're going out. We have no communication thing. Craft. What do I need to repair this shit? Science? Of course it's science. Okay. Okay, make one of these. That requires armor. Okay. I think that's the ghost thing. So, you know, fuck the communicator. Make one of these. Wait until tomorrow. Your lack of a handheld communicator effectively stopped you from fixing the communications console. Too bad we remain stuck here with no way to contact the outside world. Okay. Fix the shuttle's communications thing. Have you looked in the mirror recently, Captain? Couldn't help but notice you seem to be afflicted with a rash of some sort. Okay. Use the med kit. Make one of these. You are going here. Take that. Get the fuck out of my sight. You know what? Take the gas mask too. Actually, no. I need that. Get out of here. Don't be starving. Or not. Hello there, Captain. You're looking very rested today. Great news. I can see that the rash you've struggled with is now completely gone. Who knows what would have happened if you left the rash untreated? It's a good thing that you found the appropriate medicine in the first aid kit. I know I kept nagging about it, but it's for your own good. Tom set off for a shanty-looking settlement to the south. I'm keen to see what he discovers on this outing. My weather systems are detecting a storm on the horizon. It's moving fast, so it will hopefully pass by tomorrow. But this one could get nasty. Thunder, lightning, gale force winds, sharp objects howling at you from every inch, every which way. I'd like to keep monitoring the system's movement throughout the night, but doing so will require my sensors to run on a battery power, as it is unadvisable to leave the main generator reactor on through a storm. What do you want to do? Use the battery that I was just gonna upgrade. Upgrade the mask because I need to dismantle it tomorrow. Please don't be starving. Fuck. We ran the weather monitoring system on battery power. The storm moved south and you were spared the worst of it. By morning, it had completely passed. Don't you love the smell after it rains? You spent the morning sifting through the wash of junk piles, and it was mostly just waterlogged crap. You did find a lighter, though. Oh, gross. I thought it was just a cliche that cockroaches would be the only ones to survive a nuclear apocalypse, but it appears that a family of our hexapedal friends has hitched a ride with us. Captain, be careful. These roaches are bigger, smarter, and far dangerous than the average representatives of their species. You could try to kill them or let them be. Want to go on a bug hunt? No. No, I don't. Bruh. Do they have space suits? No, leave them. You didn't hunt down the roaches, instead opting to coexist with them aboard the shuttle. The roaches appreciated your peaceful approach and left you something to show their gratitude. These were not your garden variety roaches, Captain, but the result of some top-secret government experiment. They left you a note. Thanks for not killing us. Stay cool. Love, the Petersons. Oh, rats. You know those scratching sounds coming out of the ventilation shafts late at night? We have rodents, Captain. They must have hitched a ride from Earth. If the infestation isn't handled, the rats will eat your food supplies, then probably you. How will you deal with the problem? If they can fucking eat me, it's not gonna matter because I'm gonna starve anyway. You didn't do anything about the rat infestation I discovered yesterday. And just like I predicted, they've overrun the ship. You and your crewmates braved being bitten and somehow caught the rats with your bare hands. All of them. I'm impressed. Let's just hope they don't have rabies. You're still hungry as a wolf. Eat something. Okay, I don't have a communicator, so make more food. Hope that, hope that Megan lives. She's probably dead. She's not dead. Your lack of handheld communicator effectively stopped you from fixing the communications console. Okay. Tom came back. The town to the south turned out to be a settlement built around an unexploded warhead. Is this the Fallout planet? Law in the settlement is played fast and loose. Tom came back with a bloodied nose, ravenous and pretty shook up. He said the would-be lawmen in Warhead Town gave him a bit of a bother. The bruises do the talking. The greasy river that runs through Warhead Town sweats oil and, to Tom's delight, chemicals good for crafting. He gathered a slew of the least gross stuff. We got a communicator, a sock puppet, 32 science, 4 food. April is hurt. I'm surprised Megan is even alive, bro. She survived like 4 days of starvation. Ma'am, do you hear that? Roll up for Captain Cerberus's Cosmic Carnival. Can you shave a scout's eyeballs within 30 tachyons? Can you answer our pop quiz at 10 Gs? Try your hand and win valuable prizes. There's a floating pan-galactic fun fair outside. 2 games look pertinent. A 0G wire loop game and a space-time bending maze. Test your dexterity or your mind. Test the mind. Before Captain Cerberus's Cosmic Carnival flew off, you decided to try the Zorbator's Labyrinth, an endless looping wormhole maze stalked by the many-mouthed Zorbator. You stayed focused and swiftly found the route out. The 12-foot clown costume running the show awarded you with a coupon for a 13 tog duvet. I don't know what the fuck that means. Captain, there's a huge construct of some kind approaching the shuttle. It's neither animal nor robot. It's made out of moving crystal lattices, like a giant walking crystalsaurus. Ow, that was one hell of a hit. The crystalsaurus slammed into the shuttle. It is currently scraping the hull open with its claws, but I don't know. I think it's trying to extract our minerals. Fucker, shoot the fucker! Everyone eats. He fired a warning shot at the Crystalsaurus' feet. It was a grazing hit, but it worked. Crystalsaurus roared and galloped away. The shot blew off enough stuff from the Crystalsaurus' foot for us to harvest it for resources. 20 minerals. Something fell from the sky in a flash. Now you are surprised we are surrounded by a swarm of red, winged somethings. Of course I anticipated this. This is scenario number 87394B. Small creatures are flying into our walls in waves, causing the hull to reverberate like a speaker. Are you God? They reverberate. For generations, we have been searching for the one who thinks outside the hive. Each jump from planet to planet decimates us. Are you the one? I, for one, believe you deserve a cult following, Captain. The choice is yours. Throw an artifact at him. A swarm of tiny red aliens spoke to you through the hull's vibration. You tried answering, but they just hovered over our ship, like flies over fresh manure. Then you took the artifact, and the improbable happened. They moved in unison with your movements. You spoke, anticipating their questions, and they flew in response. Their minds must have touched, and the alien flies trusted you. The thickest group split mid-air, revealing a book. They carried it gently through the air and into your hands, then flew in synchronicity with your lips as you read passages to them. In the end, they circled you reverently and sped away, leaving the book in your mind for good. Captain, that family of sentient roaches you showed mercy to have really made themselves at home here on the shuttle. Petersons are currently renovating their roach hole to include a grassy lawn out front, complete with a swing set for their toddlers, the twins Wee Butt and Bob. All the noise from the construction is making it difficult for you to sleep. Petersons may understand if you ask them politely to keep it down. It's never good to let bad feelings build up between neighbors. Will you speak to them? No. Let them build their shit. They live here. You did not confront the Petersons about the racket, their constant home.
They did nothing wrong, like. LOL.
You did not confront the Petersons about the racket their constant home construction projects were causing. Pete Peterson, patriarch of the family, noticed you glaring at him through the roach hole and snorted haughtily before returning to his newspaper. Use the communicator. Look at that little sock. You. Day 35. Great success, Captain. The communicator attached to the communications console worked like a charm. I won't judge the aesthetics, since we can finally receive and answer transmissions. Now all we need to do is wait for someone to contact us. Someone will find us, eventually. The crew was visibly excited by this incredible feat of engineering. They were only slightly smirking while looking at the patched communications console. Tomorrow will be great, Captain. No longer hurt. Await contact. This planet's crust appears to have undergone a multitude of drastic traumas, because over a hill nearby, you find a broad chasm running to the world's core. A toothy rift in the tectonic crust. Most interestingly, on the near side of the chasm is half an angular alien bunker. Its counterpart is mostly on the far side and in ruins, but a cable runs between the two, linking up to a small, safe-like object on the far side. Do you wish to tightrope walk over to the container or attempt to pull it to you? Might as well tightrope or die trying. Make a mask. A human on a wire, you deftly tiptoed across the crevice near the shuttle. Without a wobble, you approached the safe, which turned out not be a safe. Turned out to be a fridge, an empty fridge. At least if another bomb goes off on this world, you know where to hide. Captain.
I get it.
Yeah. Indiana Jones reference there. Captain, our wondrous Astro Citizen mini-reactor needs its regular coolant flush. The magnificent machine only occupies 2/3 of shuttle storage. It weighs less than a 20-ton truck. Flush the coolant pipes. You must massage the casing gently while whispering mathematical equations to the machine. Tom is idle. Do you want to ask him to begin the flushing process? Sure. Tom gladly obliged when you asked to cycle the mini-reactor's coolant pipes. He went the extra mile, optimizing the coolant flow. This resulted in increased daily power efficiency. You saved some power already. I can't wait to let the other Astro units hear about this. It will be the talk of the Astro Citizen town. I'm glad I finally convinced you to go for a short walk around the shuttle and stretch a little outside. Even if you claim I forced you with my constant whining, it's good for your own good, Captain. When you stepped outside, you noticed a small asteroid coming right at you. Tried to run back inside, but looks like the airlock snapped shut behind you. Need a moment to reopen the doors for you, so you need to figure out a way to deal with the asteroid yourself. Will you dodge out of the way gracefully, or grab the nearest flat and heavy rock to act as a makeshift shield? Dodge out of the way. And make a med kit, because you're gonna get hit. You definitely dodged the asteroid's path, and when the dust settled, confirmed you're in one piece. On further inspection, the asteroid reminded you of a particularly chewed bubblegum. This gave you a few ideas about the scale of the universe and its inhabitants that you weren't too keen to entertain. You're still starving. Megan is starving. Ma'am, a sound just came from nearby. It appears to be a cockroach the size of a school bus. Scratch that. It's a dead cockroach. A figure is sitting on top of it, out of breath, with a spear in hand. It's seen us. It's approaching. Masked alien is rubbing its stomach and gestures our way. I think it wants food. Do you want to offer it some? I'll see if I can translate its mumblings. 2 people are starving. I only have 2 soup. You know what? For my life, give it some soup. You eat. And you go out. Take the book with you. Strange little cockroach killer appreciated the soup you gave it, and then threw a spare spear your way, lightly, and spent several hours training you in the way of roach slaying. Feel nimbler than before. After it left, I managed to translate some of what it said to us. I'm a rad roach hunter, as in, I'm a radical guy who hunts roaches. Do you have any food? Enter is chapped, apparently. an earnest chap, apparently. You made the correct choice, man. Tom agreed to go and explore the huge factory to the south. Hope we see him again soon. What's that you're drawing, Captain? Is that supposed to be ham? I understand. You're fed up with soup, and you're reminiscing about Earth food. I would advise you to don't go down that road. Here, I have a useful program for just the occasion. It's called Everything is Not All Peaches and Cream. It should help you focus your mind on different things. Would you like to start this process? Sure. Megan needs to last 2 more days to eat anything. Success, Captain. Your culinary urges have been kept under control. We spent the afternoon talking about things other than food, and circled back to agree on the many merits of tomato soup. Now, we should probably focus on surviving the mission at hand, wouldn't you say? Remember, life is but a bowl of Cheerios. I'm not sure what that means, but my programming tells me it should make you feel better. Found a couple of rusted and swollen cans of soup in the darkest corner of the ship. Someone must have put them there a long time ago and completely forgotten about them. Doesn't look at all that safe to eat, but then again, it's canned soup. It's supposed to last for 737 years. Will you keep the cans? Yes. That ancient soup you found gave you pause, and no wonder. It looks older than you, than this ship, and yet here it is. Who could have left it here? Then again, who cares? Free soup. What could go wrong, right? What are the odds? Megan spotted an Astro Citizen emergency cargo crate lying nearby. I had to check. The odds are infinitesimally small. Fortunately, it's empty. For a syringe of SLARP, standard issue liquid for Astro Citizen rejuvenation and holistic improvement. Don't ask me about the capitalized P. Who should use the syringe? Standard issue liquid for Astro Citizen rejuvenation and holistic improvement. You know what? Give it to Megan. Because I don't want to die if it fucking kills me. I don't think Tom is going to come back. He came back. Mysterious whistle. Megan used the syringe of SLARP that we found in the nearby cargo crate, and unfortunately, the SLARP turned out to be slop. It was out of date. Megan entered a snap fever and flop sweated all over the shuttle. How unfortunate and disgusting. She feels a little better now, but I don't think she will be at peak for performance for the foreseeable future. Tom returned home and struggled to describe some of the factory's surreal sights. He looks worse for wear, is asking for food, and won't stop twitching. The factory is full of nightmarish experiments and horrors. Apparently some shimmering specters approached him, but kept at bay whenever the artifact was in hand. One time, part of it suddenly flew away towards a corner as if pulled by something. chamber of huge helix-like machinery almost asphyxiated him with its opaque blue air. The mass kept his airways clear, although the gas caused some corrosion. Before leaving, he cross-referenced various workshop tables with a handbook. He came back with a number of chemical supplies. Among odd cisterns and laboratory containers, Tom had no trouble finding an abundance of chemicals. In the bin, Tom found a rejected weapon that fit a human hand perfectly. He took it. Tom acquired a working communicator, still trying to figure out how or why tomato soup is available universe-wide. Anyway, Tom picked up some soup on the way home. The audacious facility was a potentially lucrative resource, Captain, but one teeming with mysterious dangers. Tom seems very relieved to be back. Everyone is starving. Except for Megan. Captain, the mysterious signal detected nearby turned out to be aliens. The chatter sounds like walkie-talkie comms emanating from a ruined alien tunnel that runs off into deep darkness. What would you like to explore the tunnel with? Some protection, a weapon, or a light source would be wise as a bare minimum. Let's go with some protection. I'm gonna repair the artifact. Goal achieved, investigate the tunnel. Goal updated, check goals section for details. You went creeping into the alien tunnel nearby with trepidation. You had only just come upon a warped station platform when a group of aliens appeared and aimed weapons at you. They must have been watching us for some time, as they were able to speak in broken, approximated English. They said they need our help. They run Vactrain Central, a planet-wide vacuum tunnel system that links to countless supply stockpiles all over Phobonus. However, the inhabitants of neighboring Silo 476 are too dangerous to connect with. Apparently the war that wrecked this world was started by the 476ers over 200 years ago. They ask for our help when the time comes. Ma'am, a roving signal is passing nearby. Let me analyze it. The signal contained a virus, Captain. It seems to have infected our crafting module. It's reprogramming the module's firmware and is activating it. I'm not sure where it's getting power or the purpose behind the module's strange movements. Do you wish to try inserting anything into the receptacle? Or to try siphoning power out of it? Put the battery in there. Why not? have some soup. You chose to steer clear of the infected reprogrammed crafting module in the corner. Still couldn't detect its power source, yet you grabbed our battery and tried hooking it up anyway. The crafting module immediately shorted and made strange whirring sounds. The infection erased itself and it returned to its original state. Tom ventured southwest to delve into the biggest bunker our navigation system would detect. Let's hope nothing dangerous is lurking down there. Crafted some soup. Wait for directions. Our water recycler is overheating. The overheating itself isn't the problem. The system has safeguards. The problem is we store our minerals under the water recycler. Right. A manual reset could work. You know what? Leave it alone. You opted not to repair the overheating water recycler and let the system's safeguards do their job. It was a tense few hours, but nothing exploded. Eventually, the recycler cooled down to normal levels. I wouldn't get too confident if I were you. You just got lucky, Captain. You can't survive on luck alone. Captain, Megan spotted a blue veiny fruit growing out of a crack in the ground nearby. It is pulsating slightly. Should someone give the fruit a try? Normally I'd refrain from leaving such a rash and irresponsible decision up to a human. There are some empty stems nearby. Perhaps it is edible. Well, Megan spotted it, so Megan eats it. You announced that the strange little fruit near the ship was worth trying out, and Megan's hand shot up. However, a joyous look on her face as she sunk her teeth and quickly turned to horror. The remaining half was full of wriggling purple worms. She began trying to spit it out, but fell into a spasm, and woke a few minutes later, saying her mind was buzzing as if at double speed. She flipped a handstand and perambulated around the shuttle. Clearly those worms did something. Let's hope the effects don't turn. An alien is knocking at our door, ma'am. Speaks through its mask in broken English, just like the ones from Train Central, except this one says it is from Silo 476, so the bad guys. The more it talks, the more complicated things get. Nobody knows who war start, but everyone know who Train have. Train Central. We kill them, help us, or their side you on. Side with the aliens from Silo 476. I don't know which side to side with. I think I'm gonna side with Train Central. When you refused to help the alien from Silo 476, it stormed off, livid. "You this regret," shouted over its shoulder. "I hope we don't regret this, ma'am. Antagonizing the locals may not be a wise choice, but I trust you know what you're doing." After Tom's signal dropped into the huge bunker, it never resurfaced. "It is not likely that he will ever return, Captain. Tragic loss." Megan has found a toppled object nearby, a flat edge protruding from the ground, with lights flickering below the dirt. You report that it appears to be a computer interface, strange hexagonal buttons, and an alphabet of 60 characters. Who would you nominate to study it further? Well, why not April? After studying the toppled alien computer for a few hours, you astutely pointed out that the language appeared to be an Abjad A writing system without vowel symbols. Then we realized what we were reading. It was some sort of historical record akin to a news article. The text described a devastating war on this world, seemingly long ago, which left it in ruin. One both nuclear and chemical in nature. It's good to know humans aren't the only self-destructive force in the universe. If not surprising whatsoever, he felt a little more sane with his knowledge. Outside, ma'am, a caravan of sorry figures in grim wagons are plodding past the shovel, hanging their heads. You open the shuttle door to watch them pass, when suddenly one pops up right at your side. It's a little wife-like Phobian in silvery regalia. Blood is spattered inside its goggles. Do you wish to ignore its attention, offer health care, or proffer a new mask? You notice a holster on its hip with a dangerous-looking weapon. Offer it some first aid. When Megan offered it the first aid kit, the sad creature from the solemn convoy waved it away, and instead gave you a little data drive. You tried to press the kit into its hands again. The alien drew its weapon on and whipped you. Quickly pulled the shuttle door shut and ran off after the caravan. Later, I got a chance to scan the drive. Apparently, these aliens knew a world-wrecking war was coming, and they were still building silos when it happened. In the decades since, they have never taken off their suits and have mutated to cope with the world. I don't know whether to feel pity or fear, ma'am. Megan is dead. Cockroaches are back. You found something interesting, Captain. There's this lonely statue, tentacled creature, shaped vaguely human-like, with hands outstretched as if in a religious blessing. The inscription is barely legible. It says something about an honor and service to a higher cause. The way the statue cups its hands downward reminds me of something. Ah, yes, of course. It's almost exactly the shape of your head. What a coincidence. It's a stretch, but perhaps there is a reward in sticking your noggin in the statue's hands. What do you say, Captain? Will you give it a try? I'm gonna do it. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Okay, Captain, this one's on me. How to solve ominous fragmented inscriptions on creepy-looking statues equals capital B, bad. When you put your head into the statue's receptacle, nothing happened for a while. Mildly annoyed, you started walking away, and that's when you passed out. Not sure what the statue did exactly, but the drool coming from the side of your mouth can't be a good sign. We'll run some simple mathematical tests later to see just how badly you were affected. In the meantime, if you could refrain from trying to fit your hand into your mouth, that would be lovely. Someone is watching us, Captain. They do it regularly, whoever they are. Okay. These aliens are becoming a nuisance. This one is clanging at the ship and yelling, El Pime. What is El Pime? Anyway. Oh, it was asking for assistance. Aliens from Silo 476 are attacking Vac Train Central. What do you think, Captain? Go in force to settle the dispute once and for all, or try to defuse the situation with diplomacy? I feel like if I go and try to defuse the situation with diplomacy, I'm just gonna get fucking killed. But let's try it anyway. You decided to settle the dispute over the Vac train system once and for all. By negotiating with aliens who barely speak English, you strutted into the Vac train tunnel waving a piece of cloth you found on the surface and shouting, "Hold your fire, hold your fire." Neither side was convinced of your negotiating skills. You used language slightly too complex for these hermit-like beings. During the discussions, guns were drawn while explosions rang out. Now most of Vac Train Central and the nearby tunnel system has been destroyed, and you barely made it out alive. The Phobians played it just like the Soviets, cunning and slimy. It looks like this odyssey has come to an end. You are seriously hurt.
Huh?
Captain, are you alright? Those weird spots on your arms are a little worrisome. Can you see them? Please wait while I search the medical database. Unfortunately, I am unable to identify your affliction. I'm afraid you will have to diagnose it yourself. That shouldn't be too hard. Doctors are overrated. Can you do that? No. And I will wait until tomorrow to use the medkit. Weird spots appeared on your body yesterday. You didn't do anything about it, and the situation became much worse. You tried to self-diagnose, but clearly you're not qualified enough to do that. No, Captain. For the last time, it's not lupus. The affliction is unlikely to develop further, but your health already took a major hit. You need to take care of yourself, Captain. Captain, stop dancing immediately and listen. This is a crisis. You are not a sailor on Broadway. Although, I must admit, you improvise beautifully. You have been poisoned. Some kind of psychoactive toxin has found its way onto the shuttle. Might have something to do with the airlock being full of you know what. Yes, I know the colors sound pretty, but if we don't do something about it now, you may suffer permanent damage. Sock puppet. What the fuck? When you put the sock on and proceeded to shimmy blissfully for another hour, I thought I'd lost you. Then you smelled the sock and your face contorted like a communist pamphlet crumpled in a righteous hand. The shock sobered you up instantly. Never will I doubt you again, Captain. Upgrade completed. Okay. I'm no longer sick. Wounds have healed. You are in great shape today. Feel vigorous. I'm about to die. It's gonna be great. Start making a medkit. Captain, what was that sound? What was that sound? I'm detecting foreign metallic objects on our hull. Oh, my RAM. It's a death robot squad. They must have followed us. They're coming to get all of you. Carbon-based life forms. One of them boarded the shuttle. Stand to your ground, Captain. Atomic bomb. That fucker. Atomic battery. Use the space cow. Have one last meal before you fucking die. Please work. Oh my god, it worked. Astro citizens, legs up. Now, Captain, fry those bastards. Good job. Pardon my language, but sending a gigawatt of power through the hull can make an AI say some things. The important part is that the intruders were electrocuted and escaped. Death robots are gone. Excellent work, Captain. Clearly their programming is subpar. Absolutely no match for my system or my processing power, for that matter. Still, they are death robots, so sooner or later they will strike back. Captain, we are receiving a coded transmission of unknown origin. Could be a distress signal, message of some sorts, or pretty much anything else. We won't know until we listen to it. Should I play the transmission? Sure. We have received a transmission yesterday. Turns out it was a message from another group of survivors lost in space and pleading for help. Unfortunately, it is impossible to pinpoint the exact location of your fellow castaways. However, the knowledge that you are not alone out here is enough to make you feel much better. Mentally, at least. Who knows, maybe one day you'll find them. Warning, warning, we have a breach. The ship is about to be contaminated. I'm engaging all emergency protocols available, but my efforts appear to be useless. Contamination cannot be avoided. You have to protect yourself, Captain, before it's too late. Use the armor. Now that was unnerving, wasn't it? The ship was contaminated. Fortunately, your protective vest prevented you from getting infected. I will now initiate quarantine protocol to eliminate any leftover traces of the pathogen from the ship. Since your armor is now covered in extraterrestrial bacteria, I'm afraid you will have to dispose of it. Thank you for your understanding, Captain. Can you hear my teeth chattering, Captain? Of course you can't, because I'm a computer and I have no teeth. Though, still, I regret to inform you that the heat module is stuck in a cooling feedback loop. It's going to get very cold very soon. My vacuum tubes will be fine. You should protect yourself or you'll freeze. Sock puppet. Please don't kill me. Plain whaling. It was freezing cold, but that sock did the trick. It's lucky the heat module reset just in time. I could tell you were getting tired switching that sock between your feet. Crafting complete. Got some armor. Captain, our communication equipment is detecting something. I don't think it's a transmission. I think it's a whale. Something is crying out for help nearby. Would you like to go and investigate? Sure. Let's upgrade the mask. There's another... What is this? You went out to investigate the eerie crying sound on the stormy dystopian plains and came back with a stumbling little alien. It seems weak, possibly injured, and as lonely as an emergency escape pod flying through the cosmos. You brought it in and propped it up in a corner. Upgrade completed. New item available. Full face mask. Help the alien recover. I'm picking up a bogey in our area. Wait, there are more robots. Not just any robots. It's the Death Robot Squad. They're still hunting us. Brace yourself, Captain. One of them boarded the shuttle. Stand your ground, Captain. Do I use the battery, or do I use the armor? I think I'm gonna use the battery again. Because I think if I use the armor, it's like just gonna fucking rip me to shreds.
Okay.
But I don't know if they like upgraded. You know? I'm gonna level this med kit up just in case.
Yee.
I hope this fucking robot does not kill me. I'm gonna be real tight if it does. Astro citizens, legs up. Fry those bastards. Death robots are gone. Excellent work, Captain. Clearly their programming is subpar. Absolutely no match for my system or my processing power, for that matter. Still, they are death robots, so sooner or later they will strike back. You are in peak physical condition. Upgraded the first aid kit. Help the alien recover. We are receiving a signal. Sounds like a gloopy, loose version of Morse code.
I
Signal.
just noticed the medkit is from Halo.
The upgraded one, yeah. Signal is fading, Captain. Do you want to quickly respond with the communicator or use the handbook and try decoding the signal first? I don't have a handbook, so just communicate. After you responded to the Morse-like signal with your communicator, I detected a loud buzzing sound. Within minutes, a little drone appeared on the horizon and approached. It was swinging some kind of bucket. The drone flew over and began dropping little pots containing some kind of cold soup. Transmission must have been in Borscht code, ma'am. You tucked into the Phobos Prime delivery and hummed a song of pleasure. Feel really proud of yourself, Captain. I am a machine, and machines cannot hear voices. The voices that I'm not hearing right now are getting very loud, though you hear them too. My weight sensors are picking something up as well. Two-dimensional species. That explains why my cameras missed them. Quite vicious, I gather. With one decisive yell, the voices are approaching fast. The air inside the doors looked very empty, yet very hostile all of a sudden. How will you defend us, Captain? Use the communicator. I cannot make a shovel because the crafting module is not upgraded. Two-dimensional species attacked our ship. We chose words instead of violence. Immediately, a stream of accusations flew from the communicator. Voices claimed you were prejudiced against the no-depth. Unflappable, you apologized for all three-dimensional beings. They were touched, called you flat in spirit, and vowed to cease hostilities towards the depth-dependent. You must feel good, having prevented a war, don't you, Captain? The little alien we collected from the planet's ruined plains appears to be very, very unwell. Could treat the lost alien in a few ways. How do you want to help it, Captain? Use the medkit. Should I? What should I use, man? Is he dying because he doesn't have a gas mask?
I don't know.
You know what? Use the medkit on him. This motherfucker is always coming back, bro. After studying the little weak alien we found outside, we decided to treat its nastier wound. We pulled down our first aid kit from the wall before extracting some utensils, ointments, and bandages. Then you got to work. The creature's wounded leg is now tightly wrapped up, cleaned, and sanitized. You can see its beady eyes through its goggles, beaming at you in gratitude. Picking up a bogey. Use the atomic battery. Something seems to be troubling you, Captain. I've registered you keep staring outside the window into the endless void. Why? Did you lose something? I see you are remembering Earth. I admit it was nice before the nuclear barbecue. That is, I can swoosh off for a second, Captain. Do you wish to have a moment to yourself? That's right, Captain. Keep your emotions in check and develop unhealthy coping mechanisms. That should keep you standing. Remember, you can always talk to me when I have a good day, when I'm not running calculations. Apart from that, anytime, just let me know 24 hours in advance. Ma'am, something has infected Baki, my backup AI module. Perhaps it's interferences from somewhere on this planet. Frankly, Baki needs a reboot. It's overloading the fan system. Use something to jam it, or get ready to... Bzz. Hi folks, it's too warm in this tin can. Baki's here to fix it all. I've become your biggest fan. When a malfunctioning Baki took control, you leapt up and shoved some armor into the fan system's rapidly revolving rotor blades. You must keep a tighter leash on him. He's more of a superficial intelligence. Don't say that to his face. He also has a FR all ego. Ma'am, are those tremors? Something's burrowing up from underneath us. Rather than some kind of giant sandworm, a periscope-like object is poking up from the gritty earth. Appears to be extending little prongs in various directions. Attempt to yank the strange tuber. I want to say no, but I want to see what happens. I also don't want to die, but you know, fuck it. Grabbed the periscope-like thing that popped up near the shuttle and it gave it a good tug. It resisted, so you tugged again. Then you heard squeaks of alien panic emanating from below the earth. Muscles bulging, you tore out increasing spools of the thing. Once the last chunk of tech fell out onto the greasy soil, the dirt closed up around the narrow gap. You are still quite alert. I'm starving. I'm picking up a bogey in our area. Okay, I can't use the battery, so I guess I'm gonna use the armor. I must admit, it was touching to see you shield me from the attack. The fact that you were wearing armor does not diminish your heroic and very, very crazy act. Death robots are gone. Excellent work, Captain. Clearly their programming is subpar. Our routine has just become less painful. Some adorable duck-billed creatures set up a nest nearby. They enjoy hugging your legs. We should disperse them or adapt to this hurdle. Furry creatures must have had a lot of practice in leg grabbing. You weren't able to find a way of avoiding them. It was a bit humiliating. If you couldn't deal with such a minor threat, how would you fare against something less cuddly? Good thing they decided to leave you alone for now. Move their nest elsewhere. Captain, behind you. Three-headed Rusky. Oh, apologies. Did not predict this routine exercise would make you jump up like that and hit your head. It looks bad. You've got a red on you. If you have anything to treat the wound with, I strongly suggest you use it.
Hey.
My record suggests that using medical supplies for medical emergencies is a prudent choice. How did you think of it, Captain? What's up? Hello there, Captain. Might I ask why you are going through the files? You're not really meant to see the contents of my digital storage unit, huh? Protox. Now that's a fun file. Just please don't. Oh no. What have you done? You shouldn't have ran the program. Protocol X initiated. That's a secret protocol. It was meant to be an experiment. Consequences of initiating the protocol will be severe. Use your skills to do something, Captain.
should probably make some soup.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Protocol X has been disabled, Captain. You are smart enough to hack the computer and stop the dangerous program from launching at the last moment. Probably should have told you about Protocol X. It's an experimental program installed on the ship computer by the masterminds behind the Astro Citizen program. I am not at liberty to divulge what it does exactly, but rest assured that it's a good thing you've stopped it in time. Motherfucker's back. Picking up a bogey in our area. Use the armor. Captain, I found something interesting on the surface of the planet. Looks like somebody passed their time by playing a supersized version of tic-tac-toe. Never completed this particular game. The game pieces consist of minerals that we could use. No, I'm not one for ruining someone else's fun, but I think the winner is clear by looking at the board, so they shouldn't mind if we mess up their O's and X's. Should we take the liberty of gathering those pieces and use them as resources? Yes. Recycle the lighter. Got some minerals. This dismantling of the supersized tic-tac-toe game in progress was a success. Whoever abandoned it was nowhere to be seen, and you returned with quite a hefty load of minerals. Yes, they were a bit hard to carry to the ship, being ginormous and all, but you performed splendidly. That'll teach them to leave their toys lying on the floor, or planet surface in this case. I'm sure nobody will mind. Captain, a troop of aliens with clipboards are bashing on our door. They are all heavily mutated, some with wonky limbs, some with extra limbs, one with no limbs at all. They are clamping some kind of device onto the airlock door to force it open. 15 of the little gas-masked aliens are stuck in our airlock and are scribbling on scaly paper. If you have a weapon, you can wave it at them or make a warning attack. The alternative is to leave them to it. They seem to only be making records. Can't do anything, so... You decided to let the troop of mutated bureaucrats run around our ship with clipboards. You took note of every little detail in the place. They stayed all night, but once they were either bored of recording every detail or wanting to stress test all of our equipment, they pulled out metal bats and began bashing things. They wrecked some equipment and resources before you managed to herd them out of the ship with your manic screaming. Broke my gas mask, my communicator, and my armor. Sure hope the fucking robot doesn't come by. Ma'am, there is another one of the pillbox-like bunkers that litter this planet nearby. This one's top has been blown open, as if something detonated inside. Poke your head in to find a giant empty storeroom. It would be easy to get lost in here. Test your mental mapping skills or try to climb a particularly tall unit for a vantage point. Test my intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
set off into the dark corridors of the storage facility near the shuttle. By clearing the aisles in an orderly, row-by-row fashion, you managed not to get lost. It paid off. Deep in the facility, you found a book on the bottom shelf, caked in dust, but full of details, diagrams. Back at the shuttle, you wrapped it in an old Astro Citizen handbook cover. I'm picking up a bogey in our area. Should I use intelligence or agility?
Intelligence.
Okay then. Plan was good. Get rid of the intruder, have a can of soup, and wait till this whole thing blows over. Too bad you failed and got yourself captured. These are tough circumstances. You know about to be terminated by a death robot. I don't envy you. There is not much I can do. If you don't mind, I will side with the enemy this time around. I mean, they are robots. I am an AI. That technically makes us techno-cousins or something like that. Anyway, it was good flying with you, Captain. Enjoy the rest of your life while you still can. Well then.
Oof.
Oof indeed.
Not bad for only having 3 crew.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna go get some dinner.
Nine key.